All right, everybody, welcome back. So, has some difficulties, but we are good now. So, the cadets, Adam, are now prepping their patient. And so, what scenario, what scenario did you give them as they made their way in here?
Just like a lot of reports, we don't know much. So in this report, it came over as an unresponsive patient. There's no witnesses. However, they do have a cardiac history. So that's all we got. So as of right now, it's all right. You guys are on scene. They check the scene is safe. Their gloves are ready. Start evaluating. Go ahead. This happens quite often. The important things is to make sure we have an AED very ready. If anyone's had CPR training, it's similar. The numbers are the same, the ratio the same. However, with law enforcement, we are the 911, right? So when it comes to the CPR portion, we're not going to report to ourselves. So it's really important for us to just jump right in there and relay that information to Central. We should have an AED. I think every vehicle now has an AED in their vehicle, so that's half the battle right there. So if we have multiple people, it works like this, so they each kind of get a role. One can hook up the AED, one can do compressions, one can do breath. So ideally, that's the most important. The difficult part is when it's rural, right? You're by yourself, you're way out in the boonies, it takes a while to get help. So sometimes you're doing this by yourself for a long time.
So do you guys ever train them to do this by themselves if they were ever in that predicament?
Good question. Yes, we do. So that's part of the training is everyone does it by themselves, right? What we're doing now, because they've learned a lot of these tools, they already had the training for the past couple of days. Right now we're putting it in the group mentality. So we're doing their squads. We'll have 4 different squads in the academy. So they get a chance to work with each other. They get a chance to cycle through. So even though they're all here, they're still doing it singly, so to speak.
So is there like a way that you guys have them have roles, or do they just like talk amongst themselves to be like, all right, I'm going to do this, you do that, to solidify roles so that the patient is okay?
It's a little bit of both. One thing that we talk about is you find a hole and fill it. Sometimes when you have so many people coming, you're really not sure what to do, where to go, so you just find a spot that needs filling and you go. So there'll be many times where someone's doing compressions. It's important to work through, right? It's very fatiguing, so you get to communicate with each other and say, all right, we're going to switch on 3, right? So the next one they come down and whatever it's going to be, but it's really important to have that communication. Communication not only for the patient, they may not hear you, but your partners, right? In that case right there, he was counting down, so he knows when the compression stops and the breaths come in, right? And they're also breathing, right? So you're getting oxygen yourself, you're not getting tunnel vision, so all that stuff is extremely important.
12, louder, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 2 breaths.
So it's always 30.
One more cycle.
30 and 2. Yep, 30 and 2 for an adult, child, and an infant. The only difference is for an infant, and that's a small one. A lot of times, especially learning this, is infant and child, they get confused, right? But the infant, so the baby itself, if you have 2 people, it's 15 and 2. Other than that, it's 30 and 2. Over the past 20-some years of doing this, it's changed, but the 30 and 2 is stuck for a while, which is good. It's consistent.
How are you guys feeling in your CPR skills? I don't want to distract anybody, but if you're feeling good or still kind of working up that confidence?
I feel like we all feel pretty good about it.
Showing
pretty good here that we're pretty confident, I would say.
And yeah, your technique, it seems you really have it down pat. 30 pumps, 2 breaths. We were kind of just learning about this the other day with the lifeguards.
We were. It's very an extensive process. I only did it twice, 2 rounds, and my arms were tired. So I saw you kept going. I'm like, oh, well, they really are trained for this. If you guys were ever in this situation, like you just feel like you would just know what to do, jump right into it, anything like that?
I think a lot of us just revert to our training that we've had. I mean, we've gotten great instruction so far through the academy and just the last 3 days of covering this. And like you heard us talk to him, we always check to make sure our partner's good to go, because like you just said, sir, it's going to be very exhausting. So you always want to check, Anderson, you're so good at compressions, then one of us be able to jump right in.
So how do you guys like assign roles? You just know? You guys just communicate? Communication is key, and then just rotate, things like that?
Yes, also it can be based on experience too, for basic, some people are going to be better at compressions versus doing breaths and vice versa. So kind of just decide based on who you have with you on how to do that.
I mean, it really all is a team effort. Some people have strengths in different areas, and that's the importance of the constant communication, right? And the working together as a team so that you can all accomplish your common goal together.
So as far as like the AED, I heard talking. So the AED kind of just tells you what to do, essentially. Like you don't have to really do nothing really extensive.
It pretty much tells you exactly what to do and how to do it. There's multiple different models, but usually all of them say the same thing. You turn it on, apply the pads, it checks for a heartbeat, and then it'll advise you of shock or no shock. And you just follow their instructions.
Do you guys advise like people try to carry AEDs in their cars or just like on their person, just regular out in the day or any day, just in case? Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen scenarios personally where it's sometimes AED locations, people don't know where to find them in public spaces, so it definitely could be more accessible. And I mean, people having their own personal ones, kind of like you just mentioned, could help in any case, whether it's someone you don't know or not. You could be at the beach for any scenario, I suppose.
And I mean, a very likely scenario that any one of us could get into, find ourselves in here in the upper Michigan is extreme cold or even extreme heat. Sometimes we have those super hot 90+ degree days with high humidity. So I know there's some specific training that goes into those types of medical responses. I know we'll be checking those out. We do have to take another commercial break, but we'll be back and we'll continue to show you behind the scenes here at NMU's Police Officer Training Academy.